Hey guys, Clint Darden here with ClintDarden.com, and of course the House of Biceps. All right guys, I'm here at the gym today. I had an interesting question that came in, sprouted from a discussion, debate topic over on Facebook. I said, Clint, are you gonna become a vegetarian? Wrapping up the video nice, short, and sweet, absolutely not. I'm not becoming a vegetarian, but possibly not for the reason that you're thinking. Now, I think my opinion on the subject of being a vegetarian gets blown way out of proportion on Facebook, just simply because most people don't know that I'm a nice guy. If you've ever met me, you probably have a general idea that I am soft-spoken. My actions are soft actions. I mean good intent with everything that I do and I say. And that really wraps up me. And I think that Facebook now has become so much of keyboard warrior domination attack. I don't know. It's absolutely amazing to me, people's online presence when it comes to Facebook. Every comment that's made kind of has some kind of attack and jump down your throat and dominate with everything that you say. So I think that people, when I comment, people think that my comments, just because they're in the simplest terms that I can put them, that I'm trying to attack. And if you know me, you know that's not how I mean it. So you have to hear whatever I'm typing in my voice, kind of trying to be a voice of reason. That's Facebook for me. So here's my take on it. If you want to be a vegan or a vegetarian, I support that. And I think, especially, I think most people want to be vegan or vegetarian to support the end of animal cruelty. And I don't know how someone cannot support that. And I support that 100%. I don't want to think about where my food comes from. I used to work at Arby's and I made roast beef. And I can tell you that you don't want to know where that comes from. And I don't really want to know where the meat that I buy and eat, where it comes from or how it gets to the place where I'm buying it at the market before I eat it. I don't think I want to understand that. What I do know, and you know, the rate that this conversation went was that you do need, my opinion, which I think is more than just an opinion, is that you do absolutely need meat if you are going to be in a strength sport. Now, I don't consider CrossFit a strength sport. For the most part, I don't consider weightlifting a strength sport. A lot of powerlifting, if you are in a lightweight class, if you are not trying to gain and be as absolute strong as possible, I don't consider it a strength sport. In strongman, so many of the 80 and 90 kilo guys are not having to force themselves to get as absolute big and strong as possible. Body weight doesn't matter. So if you look at what I think is the ultimate strength sport, and that is strongman in the open categories, you're looking at people trying to get as absolute strong as possible. I can tell you that if you're looking to get as absolute strong as possible, your body's going to have to recover from some absolutely amazing training sessions. You absolutely do have to have tons and tons of protein. If you're someone like me that cannot tolerate protein powders, except PeptoPro, for some reason that does not seem to bother me. That's several different brands of PeptoPro, 4 different brands of PeptoPro that I've tried across 2 different countries, 2 different continents even, and none of them have bothered me. But every other protein powder that I've used absolutely kills me. So I can't do that. Kind of getting off track here, but what I want to say is, if you want to be the biggest, strongest you possible, it's going to take large amounts of protein. And people can throw out the 5 power lifters that are vegan. They throw out the weightlifter guy who's a vegan, became vegan. And oh my gosh, the German strongman, that video just, I mean, you know, these people I'm proud that they can use Google and search for, you know, vegetarian and vegan strongman. They have no idea who he is or anything about him, or, you know, that he didn't become a vegan until after he'd pretty much quit, you know, strongman, or gotten to where he was going to be, or that he's no longer a competitive strongman anymore, where I can just pop up a general photo from, you know, official strongman games of 200 athletes, no vegetarians, strongest people on the planet, all in one room, and there is a reason why they're not vegetarian. Here's the thing: I don't eat vegetables and fruit and, you know, plain rice and carrots and things like that. I don't drink coconut water and cranberry juice, electrolytes, essential amino acids, Pepto-Pro. I don't drink or eat any of that because I just really love it. You know, if I could just eat whatever I wanted, it would be like pizza and Mountain Dew and Doritos. That would be my 3 food groups. But I eat all of those things because it helps me perform better. I feel better, and I perform a little better when I eat it. If you think for a second that I wouldn't give up meat being the most expensive part of my diet if it meant that I could be stronger and perform better, then you're absolutely crazy. I would drop meat like that, even as bad as that sounds now that I've said it and the words have come out of my mouth. I would stop eating meat in a heartbeat because I want to eat and put in my body whatever it's going to take for me to be the biggest, strongest version of me. And that means I need to be eating large amounts of meat. But Clint, the studies show that you only need, you know what the studies show? The studies show that every single time that I've lowered my protein down to what the studies show that I should be eating, I get really, really sore, I stop making progress, I lose strength, and I get injured. That's what the studies freaking show. The studies also show that whenever I increase my protein intake, I get bigger, I get stronger, I recover faster, and I have less injuries. Study that, Harvard. So guys, it's not that I have anything against vegetarians or vegans. I fully support them. You know, I agree with their reasoning behind everything. But the concept that you don't need meat to be the biggest, strongest version of you possible, that's just absolutely wrong. I mean, there are a lot of people that are really, really strong and that can perform really, really well without eating meat. But it's not the biggest, strongest potential version of them. And I believe that to be an absolute fact. So am I going vegetarian? Not until it makes me the biggest, strongest version of me. And if it did, I'd be a vegetarian tomorrow, guys. Thanks. Have a good one.